Okay, still admitting people. So what we will do today, actually, I prepared the PowerPoint slides. I will go through them, and in line with it, we will work together actually with the hands-on with Power BI. I shared the file with you, Excel file. It's a data set, so if you can download it, if you would like to follow up with me, so you can do that. You can open Power BI if you have it, and you follow the steps that I will do during this workshop. So this workshop, actually, it's a mix of PowerPoint slides and also hands-on directly in Power BI. Okay, so the agenda for today, it's 90 minutes, so I hope that I can finish within 90 minutes. We will give an introduction, like 10 minutes, then getting started with the Power BI. We would like to know more about Power BI, the orientation, everything about it. Then how can we prepare data using Power Query? Maybe you have heard about it in Excel, but it's very powerful in using it in Power BI. So we will build some visualization together today. So we'll get to know about Power BI, different tools, and how to convert your data tables into charts and graphs. Then how can we tell stories out of your dashboard and visualizations? Then once you build your dashboard, how can you share it with others? And also you can do kind of collaboration with other colleagues to modify or to update your charts and your graphs. And then finally, wrap up and next steps. So the objectives for this workshop, the first one is to understand Power BI. What are the advantages over Excel? So we will do a kind of a very simple comparison between Excel and Power BI to tell you exactly what are the important benefits of using Power BI. Then I will show you how to connect to a data set, okay, the file that I shared with you, and then upload it to Power BI. In this workshop, basically, we'll focus on Power BI. We'll not actually go through Excel. Then I'll show you how to build interactive charts, graphs, and dashboards, and you'll realize that's very, very easy, very simple to do that in comparison with Excel. Then how to tell your stories using your data and the graphs, and how to share your dashboard with others. So in the introduction, I will just highlight the differences between Power BI and Excel. What are the differences? Then I will show you kind of a startup demo, okay, before we start building our dashboard, just to get you an overall view about dashboard and what exactly we are trying to do in this workshop. So why visualization matters, okay? As we know that data is more than numbers. In your data, you have stories. So you need to show them. You need to see how can you convert your data into graphs or charts so others can easily follow it and make decisions out of it. So numbers alone can overwhelm or confuse. And nowadays, I think we are working with huge data, big data sometimes, and it's not easy for us to go through it and understand and tell what is going on for this data. So using Power BI, we can convert this is as a matter of just a mouse click, and you can create charts and graphs and so on. So we need to understand data, we need to convert them. Visuals, so reveal patterns, trends, and relationships, and also relationship between graphs as well. So we will see that in the hands-on. Charts and graphs, they make insight very clear insights actually, and memorable and persuasive. So anybody will see your charts or graphs can understand your data and can make decisions as well. Then you can tell your story out of your data. Very, very briefly, Power BI versus Excel. As we know that I think most of us or all of us already worked with Excel, and we know Excel very well. Maybe Excel is developing and it's improving, but the current version is still behind the Power BI. So Excel is great for analysis, but is limited in interactivity, which will be do it in Power BI. Power BI connects to multiple data sources easily. So you can connect to whatever files you have, PDF files, Excel files, databases, JSON, everything that you have, you can connect easily with Power BI. Also, Power BI enable you to have like automated refresh and interactive dashboards, as we will see. Mainly designed for storytelling and collaboration. Specifically, if you are trying to convert data to graphs and charts for your upper managers and so this will make it easy for you to do it quickly. This table briefly shows the differences between Power BI and Excel. In case of data handling, we can see that Excel, so far, it can handle only small to medium data sets, but it will struggles with very large files. On the other hand, Power BI can handle millions of rows smoothly without any issue and with optimized performance as well. Visualizations, Excel, as we know that it handles static charts, limited interactivity, while Power BI is very interactive dashboards. We can build slicers, we can drill downs into graphs, okay, to get more information, more knowledge, and so. In case of data sources, Excel mainly spreadsheets, manual updates, but in Power BI, we can connect to databases, to cloud, to JSON files, to PDF, and so. Myself, actually, I used it to connect to databases. It was very convenient for me to connect to database and play with tables and so. In case of collaboration, Excel enable you just to send files by email or OneDrive, but Power BI, you can use the cloud as well, so you can share your dashboard in the cloud, real-time collaboration also with colleagues. Automation, Excel manual refresh using also you can use macros, but in Power BI you can have an automatic refresh, scheduled updates, and so. Storytelling definitely Power BI much better than Excel. Now the question is that before we proceed, what is exactly the difference between chart and a graph? This table will just highlight the differences. So once we move to the hands-on, we know exactly what to select from Power BI. So the definition for chart is a broad visual representation of data in structured form. But graph is a type of chart. So graph is a subset of chart that shows numerical data relationships. In case of a scope, charts are very general. They include graphs, tables, maps, organization structures, diagrams, everything. But a graph only is a subset of chart. The purpose for chart, we need to summarize and present it in many possible formats. But in case of graph, we need to have relationships, trends, patterns between variables. So it's a kind of XY relationship. In terms of axis, in chart, doesn't matter. Okay, but in case of graph, always we need to plot along axis, usually X and Y axis. Data types, chart can have any type. Graph, it's just for numerical or quantitative data. We can have an example, for example, pie chart, bar chart, Gantt chart, organization chart, flow chart, and so all of these are charts. But in case of a graph, we have line graph, scatter plot, or area graph, a histogram, and so. In terms of usage, used for comparison, this is the graph chart, composition, structure, scheduling, etc. In case of a graph, we use for showing correlations, trends over time, or distributions. So this is just to get you know the difference between them. So once we build the dashboard, we know exactly which one we need to select. This is the dashboard that we will create, inshallah, today. I hope that time will help us in this. These are very simple chart. I made it very simple, so you can follow up with me and you can build it from your side as well. If you have definitely Power BI desktop. Once we build this one, we can share it. Okay, I can show you. Okay, you see, this is actually this is in the cloud. Okay, I shared this in the cloud, so I publish it. Can you see this one, the student performance dashboard?
Yes, doctor.
Yeah. So if you look at this one here, so see at the top we have the slicers. On the right we have like cards, and then we have this is a graph. Okay, and the others are charts. This is a graph and chart as well, but these are charts. So this data set is a small data set. When I built that dashboard, give me very insightful information about the data set. Even though it's small, but I can understand the data set now. It's about student performance. And you can see that if you select, for example, college, okay, for example, select engineering, the graph will change. You can see that it's responded to this. So this is very dynamic. So I can also filter by course. So you can see that whenever I change something, the slider, the whole dashboard changes. So it responds to my selection. So for example, here, if I select biology, you see that the whole dashboard changed. So it's responding to my selection here. If I select gender, for example, I have female and male. So if I select female, okay, so it should change. Will give me this one, the total number of students, for example. Okay, maybe there are no students, female students for this subject, biology. Also, you can filter by year. Okay, and not only that, you can actually clear selections. So I return. So these are give you the total number of students that I have in my Excel sheet, the average GPA, pass rate, and top student GPA. If you click in any, for example, history here, okay, look what's happening. The whole dashboard changed, responded to my selection. Okay, see that history. Now we have total students, 53 students in history, and this is the GPA, the pass rate, and the top student. If you select, for example, science as well, you see that the whole dashboard changes. So this is very interactive, very responsive and dynamic dashboard. This is what we will do, inshallah, today to build it one by one. If you would like to follow up with me, so I built actually the PowerPoint for this purpose. So it will enable you to build your chart dashboard as well. Okay, so now we need to get started with Power BI. So kind of walking through the interface. We have different panes actually. I will show it to you. Okay. So this is actually the Power BI desktop. This is our area that we need to work on. Okay. From the right, we have the data pane. So when you upload your data, your tables and your columns will appear here. Everything that you upload, it will appear here. So in this case, I have 4 tables. Okay. So in one table, for example, students, I have different columns, created columns, and also the columns that comes with the table itself, the table. And the next to it is visualizations. You see that these visualizations actually, from here I can build our dashboard. I can select, for example, any chart, okay, or graphs, and work on it. And this is what we will do in this workshop. And also, again, we can filter by table, by also visualization, by page, by whole pages if you have more than one page, and so we can make filters here. These filters actually will work like slicers. Okay, in our case here we have already slicers, but you can also filter using this filter pane. From that extreme left, we have different views. We have report view, which is the one that we are seeing here. And then we have tables, okay, table views. that actually these are the tables that you have uploaded to Power BI. It has all columns, okay, defined here. And then we have, very important, we have the model view. Actually, in this case, if you have more than one table, you will see more than one model here, and you need to connect them together, like as if with that you are working with database. But if all of your data it's in one table, you only see one table here, and you will not have actually need to connect any tables together. So in my case, I have 4 tables, so I need to connect them together, so I will be able, or the dashboard will be able to respond to my selections. The other tabs actually, this is actually DAX data analysis expression. So if you would like to run some equations or formulas here and check the results, you can do it here, this area. This one actually, I didn't work with this one. So this is mainly for tables, for creating tables. So you can create tables here. You can define certain schemas and so on. But most likely, the most important one is that you need to use this one, okay, the report view and the table. These are the most important one. If you have more than one table, then you have to use model view. If you have only one table, you don't need to use this one as well. Okay, so to make it simple, just we will work in this one, report view. In the middle, we have the canvas. And this canvas, actually, this is our working space. So we put our all of our dashboards or visualizations, charts, graphs, cards, and so on. And this is what we will build one by one today. Back to the PowerPoint. Okay, so now the first thing that we need to do for Power BI is to upload our tables and then clean tables, okay? And you have to do the first step with trim and clean some transformations that you have to do for your data to clean it up before we start building our visualizations. So this is very, very important and very easy using Power BI, by the way, okay? And I put here in this table the common Power query transforms, okay? For example, trim and clean, we can use it to remove spaces, fix text issues, and so. This we will do it in just one click, okay? Replace values, okay? If you have some values that are not correct or missing values, so you need to standardize them with some values from your side according to your data. Also, you have to ensure all data types are correct, dates and text numbers and so. You can split columns, you can merge queries together, append the queries, make conditional. Most of them you can do it with Excel as well, but we will see that in Power BI it's very, very convenient, very easy. Okay, so from now on we will start hands-on. Okay, we'll use a PowerPoint and also we'll use a Power BI to work. What I will do, the first thing I will start Power BI desktop. If you are following with me, so you need to start Power BI desktop. So once you open it, you will see this screen. What I do, I will click on blank report, and my recommendation to save it, save as, for example, so not miss anything. You can save it anywhere. Give it a name, for example, here, practice 1. Okay, now we opened the Power BI desktop and we saved the file. Now we need to import our data. So we have different options, okay? You can import from Excel, from SQL Server, from data from PDF, different file formats you can upload. In our case, we have from Excel, the file that I shared with you. So you just click on it. Okay, you have to go to the file. This one, that's it. And this is okay. Open. Basically, I put everything in the PowerPoint slide. So if I share it with you, so you can follow and you can regenerate the dashboard from your side. Now, see that in my file, I have 4 worksheets. So I select all of them. I can go directly to transform or load. So in this case, I will go to load. It's a processing the file, okay. Okay. You see now it's uploaded. My Excel file is uploaded. You can see from the right data pane. Okay, you see that 4 tables, and if you open any table, you see the columns inside it. And also, if you go to the left, of course, the report view is empty, so that's the one that we need to fill with our dashboard. But if you click on the table view, you will see the tables that we have. For example, student table, grades, dimension semester, dimension college, and so on. View, yeah, we will actually do this one step by step. Okay, see that the first thing I did, I uploaded the file. Okay, I went to home, get data Excel, search for file, then upload. This file already uploaded. The second one, if you are following with me, I need to do kind of transformations. Okay, very simple transformations. So what I will do, I already uploaded my file. So I go to transform data here. You can see. So I have, for example, the student file. Okay. So I have all files available now to be processed. What I can do, for example, if you have like trim spaces, okay, or make a cleaning for your text. So you have to select the text. So select the text. I will just show you how to trim. Select text. You see that select column, then Control Enter the next column. Okay. Only the columns with text here. Then, for example, I need to clean, okay, the data. You have different ways here. Click on Transform, okay, Format, and Trim. Okay. See that when I click on Trim, automatically it will remove any leading spaces or trailing spaces or extra spaces between words and so. This will be, it will do it automatically. Okay. So this is the first step. Trim and clean. We can do also clean. Again, go to format, clean. Okay. It will clean your data as well. Actually, cleaning very important. Sometimes if you copy and paste or upload from different file formats like PDF or JSON or any file from the web, sometimes there are hidden characters, invisible. You cannot see them. So this one, Power BI will clean it for you. Okay, it will prepare your data so you'll not have an issue when you start building your dashboard. This is very, very important step. So you go to format, trim, and then clean to clean your data. So I did this one actually for, you can do it for all tables to make sure that everything is fine. For example, here. For all columns or text columns. Again, I go to trim. You see that the screen changed a little bit, and clean. And whatever you do, any step you do here, you can see it in applied steps. You can actually trace back. You can just redo what you have done, did with your tables. Okay, so now after transform, we have to check data types. For example, we have to check that all data types are correct. For example, students, what's the data type? It should be text, okay? And college, gender, student ID, for example, it should be number, okay? So you number or text as you decide on it. So that's actually depends on your data. So you have to check all of them. They are okay, no problem. Okay. So you need to check all of these. like students, grades, dimension semester, dimension college program, all of these are checked, okay? Then, if you look here, we have column 1 and column 2, but these are not correct, okay? Kind of duplicate. I have to rename these to college and program, okay, and remove college and program. I didn't need it, okay? So I need to rename this one college. By the way, anything you do in Power BI, okay, and for your data, it will not be reflected to the original file. This is only inside Power BI, which is a good thing, okay? So your original data or the data file will not change based on this. Okay, so we have changed this college to program, and then we have to delete this one actually. Remove, see that home, remove rows. Only one. Yes, so now changed, and I have a clean table now. Okay, I can use it. Okay, so this is the first step for cleaning, trimming our data. Decide about the data types that you have in your tables. Okay, if there are any redundancy or any duplicates, you can remove them. Once you are done with this one, you have to close and apply. This is very, very important. Close and apply. Okay, that will take you back to your Power BI. Okay, now our data is ready for creating visualizations. If you have any question, please let me know, okay?
Doctor, with regards to the Excel file, so is it necessary that each table should be on different sheets, or it can be on the same sheets?
It can be in different sheets or it can be in the same sheet. You mean the workbook, right? Same workbook.
Yes, within the same
Yes.
workbook from Excel.
Exactly, yes. Like what we have. I have it actually one workbook with 4 sheets actually. So you can have it different. But in that case, also you need to connect them together. You need to connect them together. We will see this one in the next slides. Okay. Now,
where can we remove the row from? Is it possible to show it again, Doctor?
Sure. Yeah, of course. Yes. Yeah. So actually, I have to go back to the table view, or I can go to transform. Okay, transform data. Now in home, okay, you go to remove rows. Click. Now it will give you option. For example, remove top rows, and you have to decide the number of rows that you need to remove. Bottom rows, alternate or blank rows, and so, or remove errors and so. Okay. So this is actually how you do it. Clear?
Yes, clear. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Okay. Now we'll go to the next. We need to build relationships. As I said, if you have only one file, you don't need to do this. And if you have your data in one table, you don't need to do this step. But if you have more than, so I just show it to you to tell you how to do it. Okay, we'll go to this view. Actually, Power BI did some connections for me. So you can see these are the relationships, one to many, one to many. Okay, so if you click here, you see that student. And it's just a way for linking tables together. That's the most important thing. For example, here we have a student ID from students is related to student ID. So when we do any change in students, it will reflect in grades. Also, here we have to connect semester name to semester. This table is called dimension semester. This one just for mappings. Maybe you don't need it, so just to map semester to semester name and so on. I have another one, mapping college to programs, which is very important also. I need to link this one. Okay. So we have the first one, student ID to grade ID. It's already done. Okay. See that single direction. I will tell you what does it mean. Then we have dimension semester to grade semester. Okay, already have it. College program slicer as okay cascade, so that's fine. Okay, so this one actually, what I will do, I will link the student table college to the course. Look at this. If I need to link, I just drag college to college. Okay, and these are actually the table students and dimension college program, many to many, both. Okay, directions and save. So I create relationship between these two tables. Again, I need to link program to program here. Okay. So both tables, many to one and single, okay, direction, and I save. Okay. Now I linked all tables together and ready to go for our visualizations. So something else that I have to do. This is actually very important when I try to make interactive dashboards. I need to create keys because I have different tables. So I have to create keys like unique keys, like what you do in the database. So I have college program key, okay, dimension, which is the college program from this table, and link it to college program from program. So from college to program, we link together. These logical operators, they are not logical operators. They are just concatenation and separator. The and is a concatenation, concatenate the word from here to here, and this is just a separator that separates these two words. Okay, so they are not logical and or. So this one actually we create them. And finally, we create the relationship that we did now. And we are done with the file. Okay, so we go back to our data. Now our data, it's raw data, but I need to create some measures that are very important in our dashboard. So the first one, for example, I need to know the total number of students. So this visual here. So what I do, I come to student. Please be careful here. Come to student, click on these three dots, and new measure. Not column, new measure. Okay. So see that it will open the DAX here for me, and it will ask me to put equation formula like in Excel. Okay. That's total students. You can type it, okay, or you can copy and paste. So in this case, I will just total students, copy and paste it here. Okay, and run. So see that once you run it, you will have the new measure. So now you have a total number of students here. Very, very convenient. So this will apply to the whole table. Okay. Again, we have average GPA. I need to find out the GPA. So I have the grades, but I don't have the GPA. So again, I copy. I created also under student, new measure, and So created average GPA. Another one I need to create, which is pass rate. So all of these actually, they are like kind of KPIs. Very important if you are dealing with KPIs. So you have to create a new measures, okay, to measure your data. So I have another. Okay. So I created pass rate. I also we are interested in top student GPA. So for example, deans and department chairs, they are interested in this. So we go to student again, new measure. Believe me, learning Power BI is very, very simple. Yeah, you don't need to waste long time just learning about it. Just if you have table, go and play with it directly. And this is how I learned it, by practice. Okay. Okay, done. So we finished all measures now. So we are ready to go for creating our dashboard. Okay, so okay, so now we need to go to the real work, which is after cleaning our data, creating all measures, everything, we are satisfied with the new data. Then we have to start building our visualizations, which is the important part in our workshop. So what we need to do here, I will show you how to create charts, graphs, by maps. Of course, you can do it later on. So we can also create a slicers, filter, drill down. We'll do this one, and we will start using the hands-on. From my experience, the most common visual types are for students and also for employees. Cards are very important for creating KPIs. Clustered column and bar, they are very important, okay, to compare categories. Line chart, stacked column, pie and donut, table, and slicer. These are the most widely used or common visual types, at least for me. Okay, and also maybe you will realize this. So we will create all of these, okay, in this visualization step by step. Again, I put it in a very interactive way so you can follow up with me. So we need to create the first thing, okay, college. We need to create slicers. The first slicer is college. We need to, for example, to filter by college. So very simple, just go to visualization. Of course, you have to click somewhere in the canvas and go look for the slicer. Where's the slicer? This is the slicer. Okay, slicer is just nothing but a drop-down menu. Okay, we can configure. So we click on it. See what happened. Now we have the slicer here. Okay. Now this slicer is empty, nothing inside it. So we need to put some data, which is the college. Okay. Okay. Should give me a drop down for all colleges that I have in the tables. So what I do, look at here. This is the college. Okay, I can drag the college and drop it here. Okay, this field. I have only one field for the slicer, so I drag and drop the college. And now I have it like a list. I would like to change to a drop-down menu. So what these are actually the visual area, and this one formatting. You can format your slicer here. Okay, so slicer setting. Okay. Now I have vertical list. I need to change it to drop-down menu. Okay. And also I need to select multiple selection and also select all. Okay. Look here what's happening. This is my slicer. So if I click, I have a drop down. I can select multiple, I select one, I can select all as well. Okay. And I can resize it, make it like this. Okay. So this for the college. Actually, what it says here, it's better to have it from the Dimension College program. So I just delete it, and because they are linked. Okay. So same thing, same formatting, same options that I selected. Okay. Now I need to go to program. For program, in order to use the same thing that I did for the college, just copy and paste. Don't create another new slicer. So because if you create a new slicer, you have to format it as well. But now we have it ready, so I can copy and paste. Okay, and just click here. Okay. And also there's something also good. If you come here, effects, visual border, click on it. Okay. This will give you actually, can see it here, we have the border, so it's easy that you can distinguish between slicers. Okay, I can delete this one and again copy and paste. So I have the new slicer. Now for the new slicer, it will be the program. So I remove the college and just drag and drop the program. Okay. Now I have, look at this, very convenient. Okay. And you can do it very, very quickly. The other slicer, course, I need to do course. Same thing, you can just copy and paste. Okay. And just change the field. I need a course. Course, look at grades table, course column. This is drop down. Okay, so I take from grades table. So, okay, grades and take course and put it here. Okay, delete program. Now I have course. Okay. The other one, semester, from dimension semester. Okay, drop down. So I copy. And remove this one, go to semester and semester name. Okay. See that you have the semester name here. The other thing, admission year, same thing. What you can do in order to fit in one line, you can resize these. Very convenient. So you can fit all of your. Actually, at the end, we need to reformat everything so it will look good. Okay, so admin from students. We have admission year. Okay. We have 4 years in this case. And last one by gender. Okay, create this one. Okay. And again, go to gender here. You can click also on the box as well instead of drag and drop. Okay, see the gender. Now I have female and male and selected. Now we are done with the slicers. The slicers are very, very important in case of filtering. Okay, it will make the dashboard very interactive and very easy to browse. The other thing that we need to create cards. Okay, the card that for the measures that I have just created. Okay. So card also, it's very easy. So I can create, for example, total students. Where's the card? The card is here. This is the card. But please, if you would like to click on the card, make sure that you click somewhere, anywhere in the canvas. So none of these are selected. Okay. If you select any of these, so it will override it. So click on a card. I'll bring it here. What I need to do with this card, I need to, for example, total students. So total students is a calculated, you see the calculator here, okay, it's calculated field, so I select it. I have 100, which is correct. I have 100 students, okay. Now I can, again, I would like to make borders, so I can know the borders from different cards. Okay, copy and paste. What's the next one? GPA, average GPA. So we go to average GPA. I have this average GPA. Again, I paste. Okay. And I have pass rate. So I delete this one. I go to pass rate. This one. Okay. Now, if you look here in the canvas, I don't have enough space. So I can actually change the canvas size. Can go here. Okay. Canvas setting. Okay, I can custom. Then maybe I will select, for example, 800, for example. See that it's increased. Okay, so I have more space. Now I need to put total, our top. Top students. And that's it. We have 4 KPIs or 4 cards now. Okay, I can resize, or later on I can just modify this one. So these are, now if we finish the slicers and we finish the cards, very straightforward, very easy, as long as we have a very clean data. Now we would like to go to charts. Okay, I'm not sure if you are following with me with if you are doing the same thing, if you reach the same step. But as I said, you can reproduce it later on. The PowerPoint is very clear and it has everything. So the first thing I need to create line. Okay. So where's the line? This is the line chart. And remember this line chart, and also it's a graph. This is the only graph I can see here. Okay, this one, oh, sorry, and we have also area graph as well. Okay, so the first chart is the line chart. In the line chart, what we need, the visuals line chart. In x-axis, I need to add term order, okay. Add semester for the mission semester. So here, okay, we have the term order. Y-axis, I have to put the average GPA. Okay, average GPA, which is just drag and drop here. Okay, now nice. This is where the first one. We will do any formatting and cleaning and so later on, but for now, I just would like to create the borders. Right. Okay. So now we have created this one. If you would like to change, for example, the title, you can change the title. You can center the title. You can actually, for example, here you can rename it. Okay, you can rename this, for example, make it term order. So you can actually do anything you like for the text here, or orientation, organizing your chart, and so on. So this is the first chart that we did. The second one, I can use a tooltip as well. Okay, semester name. This is a tooltip. Okay. Okay. Okay, we will do the formatting later on, as we said. You can drill, you can add fields here. You have to select it. You can add whatever you like. So if you need to do that too, then we take the semester name, okay, and put it in tooltip. So this is just when you See that here when you hover over the points, so you see the first name and so on. That's the main reason for tooltips. Okay, the second one, which is the column, we need to count students, visuals, clustered column. This is very important, clustered column. Most of us actually they use this one, clustered column. Make sure that you click anywhere here, so you're not overwrite any of the visuals. Click on it. You see here is the one. You can resize, you can whatever you do. So what do we have here? We have the x-axis, we have the grades. The grades, okay, from course. And we have value total students. For student per course, we have student per course here. Course, yeah. See that? Very easy, very simple. So we created it. Clustered column. We have the courses, x-axis, and we have the total number of students. Okay. So again, if you select, for example, arts, it will change. See that the number of students changed in all of the visuals. Again, I would like to put border. Okay, now we have created two visuals. Donut. Okay, we create donut. So this is the one. So the legend, we have to from student, okay, gender, okay, and value it will be average GPA here. See that? Very straightforward. I have now the donut with gender, and so you can filter by gender. For example, if you select here female, see that it will give you that for the female only. Okay. Here. Okay. Okay. Then we have another cluster column, average GPA by college. So we come here, so select anywhere here, so we click. So what do we have here? We have dimension college. So we go to the college and value average GPA. So see that we get it in science and art and business and so we get Y GPA. Again, I will do this. Okay. We have two more. We have the pie chart. As I told you that we will focus on the most commonly widely used ones. Pie. This is the pie. Okay. Here. So what do we have in the pie? We have the grade from grade. Okay. And the value count of grades. Okay. So also see that the legend grade and the value also count of grade. So that will give you the pie. Okay, last one. Okay, this is actually by student. Maybe this is not practical if you have too many students, but let us do it here because we have only 100 students, and we would like to use a drill down for this chart. Okay, so this one, we take the student name from a student, average GPA by student. Okay. Already sorted. Yeah. Okay, so now we'll reformat this one again. Maybe I need to resize the canvas as well. So make it 900. Yeah, to look like this. You see that now we can say the template or the structure for our dashboard. The next step, in order to get this, it's a matter of just it's a cosmetic, so we have to work on it. Choose colors. This is what we will do next, okay, to make it very clear with different colors. Okay, last one was we call it a drill through. For example, if you select any student here, you need to drill through that one and see exactly what are the GPA or the trend for that particular student. In this case, we have to create a new page. See that this one page, I can rename this page and make it the performance. I can create another one. Student detail. So we go to the next page, and then I have to drill through fields, okay? Page level drill. As I said, this one will link you to this original page. Okay, so add student ID. This is drill through. Okay. Yeah, so these are the all students, 100 students. Now I need to create visuals. Create card, for example, with name and select the student. So click card as well. Very simple. This is for a particular student. For example, this is the first student in the list. Also, I can create table. Okay. This is another good one. Table, this one. So the columns for the table, once you select the table, look here, we have a course, we have a grade, we have GPA and semester. So just a grade course, come to the column table grades and select course. Okay. You see it will reflect on the table. Then grade and grade. Okay, grade. Then GPA. Okay. And semester name. Okay, you can format it later on and so on. So see that these are tables for all students. We can also create line dimension X, okay? Same like the other we did for the main menu or dashboard. Pick line. Semester, okay, this is term order and average GPA. Yeah, so actually this will give you some insights about every student. Okay, when you select, it will give you about every student here. Okay, so, and also you see this arrow here. This will means that it can take you back to the previous page. Okay, now you need to tell your story. We go back to our main page. We need to do kind of formatting, coloring, everything, so it will look nice. So how can I do this one? Okay, if you look here, the original table. Okay. I need to close this or what? Okay, so let us work on this one to do the formatting, as we said. Here, I need to color, select a certain color for the slicers. So just click on it. It's very straightforward. You go to formatting, okay, and then general. Now, we have properties. We can control the size, okay. For example, for the slicer here, you can resize it from the handlers here, or you can resize it from the properties. You can select the position for it, padding, advanced option, and so on. So title, we keep the title as is, okay. Effects, so you can select the background. For example, here, what's the color for the background? Okay. You can select any color. It's take it, but in this case, here we just keep it off the background because we need to actually put a rectangle in the back, okay, back side, so it will show for all of them. It will show as very well organized. Okay. So I will just hide the background for all of them. Now, I can do this. I can insert. You take any visual you like, any shape. So I'll take this shape here, for example. This is just a kind of formatting, as I said. You can select color for it. Okay. Now, can bring this one. So what you need to do actually, once you do this one, you put it on top. just reorganize it again. Okay. You see that here? So we have, and instead of doing it color by one, it's very easy to do it this way. You can select, for example, here, can organize it the way that you like. Let us go back to here. See this visual. Okay, I'm not good at colors, but you can select the color that you like. You can resize it again also if you'd like to do it nice way. Okay. Again, if you would like also to color these charts, this is just an example for coloring, but if you have a brand or if you have like a logo or something and you'd like to reflect your branding, you can do that as well. You can select the colors from your branding and do it. So see that now we are done with this one. Is it clear?
Yes, doctor.
Do you have any question about this? So now actually what we can do, you can select from the slicer, or for example, if you'd like to know the history, we have 53 students in history. Okay, and this is actually the average GPA for them, and those are the by gender, and so I can do also for like this. For example, here the title. I need to center the title. Okay. Okay, here. Text, okay. So we can actually play with the colors, play with the way that you like to show. And you can actually click here. If you'd like just to go back, just click anywhere outside the bars, it will take you back. So now this is the completed chart or dashboard. If you have any question, let me know, please. As I said, you can filter. This is actually still need, but there's no time. Still need a kind of cosmetic formatting and make it nice. So you can select, for example, education. You can select semester by semester, by admission year. Okay. So nobody here. Here we have only two. This one blank means that nothing. Can also change that the wording as well. Here, for example, here male blank. No, we don't have male. Okay. We have only two female. Okay, and you see that everything changed. Once you change in the slicers, everything here changes. Okay, shows only female. Okay, and also but male, no students. Yeah. Let me clear. We can clear actually everything from here. This is by one student. You can filter it. You can track the average per student. You know the name here, of course. But this one actually is not practical. As I said, if you have like 1,000 students, it doesn't make sense that you have to scroll for the 1,000 students. So you can do it a list, or you can do it a slicer as well, or different way. Or searching, we can do it by search. Okay. So this is the dashboard that I showed you at the beginning. But of course, as I said, you need to do this kind of formatting, cosmetic things here. If you don't have any questions, so I'll continue with the PowerPoint. Okay. So data storytelling with dashboard, you need to arrange visuals into cohesive dashboard like what we did here. Or by the way, you can create as many pages as you can, okay, as you want. You can put 2 visuals per 1 page. And some they prefer this one, or 1 visual per 1 page. It's up to you. But in my case here, I did it all in 1 page. Use color, titles, and layouts for clarity. So you can use different colors, titles to make it very clear for anybody. Okay. Yeah, we did this one, so as a hands-on. The other thing now, which is very important now, you need to share this one. Okay. So you created your dashboard and you would like to share it. See that? Publish here. Okay. Once you click on publish, to save it first. Okay, my workspace. So now it's publishing. Okay. Click on this. Yeah, this is the dashboard that we created. So we have the link, so you can share it with anybody here. Okay, to see it, you can share it with, for example, your supervisor or your manager, or what anybody is interested in these dashboards. Okay, so you can do that. Yeah. Again, you can filter, for example, engineering. You can see that we have 14 students in engineering, and the average 1.84. This is actually, all of these are just an example data. Doesn't reflect anything. Just an example. And the very important thing for Power BI, you can use ChatGPT or any other AI, generative AI. It will help you. Okay, ChatGPT is very, very helpful in this. And if you face any issue, any problem, you just ask ChatGPT. It will give you the solution immediately. You don't need to worry about it. So as I said, you don't need to waste time just learning about it. Okay, just if you have data, go ahead and start playing with it. You will learn very, very fast, inshallah. So you can also export to PDF, to PowerPoint as well. You can publish, and they have different alternatives. Okay, if you are familiar with the Microsoft Office, the same thing. Okay. Save, export, everything you can do. Same thing, exactly. See. This is Microsoft product, by the way. So what are the principles for storytelling? Clarity, choose the right chart for the right message. This is very important, okay? Don't mix things. So as we did here, the right chart for the right message, okay? If you need to use a line graph or use a chart or bar chart or cluster chart or donut or whatever, need to focus, highlight the key insights, okay? What are the important things? Here we didn't do anything, all of these columns, okay? But we selected the most important one that really, who's your target, okay? Who are your audience? That's the very important things. So I need to show them these KPIs. You need to provide comparisons and benchmarks. Also, this is very important. Your dashboard should reflect this, okay, as comparisons or benchmarks for others. Use interactivity to explore details. That's what we did here, interactivity. You click on any bar, okay, or select row slicers, so that will be reflected for the whole dashboard. Arrange based on a logical flow. As I said, you can do it in one dashboard, you can do it in one page, multiple pages. It's up to you. It's up to the way that you would like to show it to others. Okay, so what you need to do, practice with the workshop datasheet, dataset I gave you. So I shared with you the PowerPoint, the dataset, so you can regenerate the same dashboard. You can play with it without any issue. Explore more visuals and DAX measures, so you can add more measures if you like, or you can take another dataset and generate DAX measures as well. Publish and share reports with peers, so you can publish or share. If you do something you would like to share it with me for check, you are very welcome. If you'd like to ask me any question after this workshop, you are very welcome. Apply Power BI to your research or projects. If you have a project or research, you can easily now start applying your Power BI. So that is very, very easy, very convenient. You can start with it, okay? Thank you so much, and it's time. Unfortunately, we have only 5 minutes for question and answer, so please, if you have questions, let me know.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yes, Sumaya, go ahead, please.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for this session, but I have a couple of questions. If we already generate all the data in the and can we link it to the Power BI? And the second question is, what is the easiest way to download the Power BI to the desktop? Because this one, it is not. I tried while you are presenting this, but I failed to download it on my MacBook.
Okay, the first question, what kind of format did you say about your file?
SPSS. This is the statistics application.
Okay.
We used it for the quantitative research.
I see. Actually, you can check here from Get Data. See that? This all of times that you can download. I think you can double check. You can check here. I didn't use it for SPSS actually, but if you can actually convert it to Excel file, your data, it will be easy to it will be easy to download it, upload it.
We have to convert it to Excel, and then we cannot use it directly. No problem.
Yeah, and if it's not available here, yes, if it's not available. The second question, actually Power BI, it's a Microsoft product, so you can download it easily. It's free. You can download it from the store, or you can actually get help from IT department. It's free and it's available. You can download it, no problem.
Oh, okay. Because I tried here, because I have the Microsoft, a lot of applications here and Windows, but Power BI, it is just live. We can use it live, not on my desktop.
No, you need to download the desktop version. It's very convenient. The one that I'm using now. So if you need help, let me know, please.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Faraj.
You are welcome. Any other questions? Okay. No more
Dr.
questions.
Faraj, sorry, a quick answer, quick question. In the first chart, you choose only that for one maybe student or one college. Can we check the filtering for both or two colleges to see what the chart will be, how it will be changed?
Sure. So arts and business, for example.
Another college.
Yeah. So you see that here.
I mean, in the same chart. In the same chart, we can do it. Like, the line, the line. Because it's only one. How we can see, how we can compare with other colleges or other departments.
Okay, let me. Yeah, that shows only one line actually, as if it will aggregate.
That's how we can compare with other colleges, that this is the first maybe year of the first college on the other college, so we can compare the numbers of the data.
Yeah, I think in that case you need to create maybe 2 lines.
Yes.
Okay, or you can create 2 graphs. Let us say graph, okay? So you need to create 2 graphs or 1 graph maybe with 2 lines, okay? In that case, you can't compare. Yes, I got your question. Yes, yes, very important. Yeah. Thank you so much, and see you in another workshop. Thank you for attending.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.